What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Axe Creation. Today we're going to be looking at Tool Schism, which is a pretty fun song to play. There's some interesting things that go on and connections throughout the entire piece, which we'll try to explore. As always, we're in a drop D tuning. I have my Evertune bridge all set up. I'm going through the Line 6 HD Pro, and I was also using the Dead Horse Overdrive to shape some of the heavier sounds as we go along. And this song, you need a couple different sounds. You need a clean sound, or a semi-dirty sound, or semi-dirty sound, and then you're going to need an aggressive sound. And on the cleaner sound, or the softer semi-dirty, you're going to need a delay for the breakdown of the song, and you can even apply that delay to the intro motifs that go on. So, we start off, we have a little 4-chord vamp you play with the bass, and chords are all on our D and our G strings. So the first one is 0-3, and then that changes to 3 and 2, a little major chord shape. Then we have a perfect fourth shape, which is 5 and 5. And then we have another major chord shape, major third shape on 7 and 8. And then those chords are going to repeat, except you're going to change the first chord to 3-3 instead of 0-3. And the last chord is going to be 7 and 7. So as we do that, we're going to play and play our low string open. Let that all ring out. So we have. And then the bass picks up the motif, and then the song, then the guitar is going to jump in. And this is, like I said, is the main motif of the song. It's used a lot. It's used in different types of riff throughout the song, and it sounds like this. And the meter of the song goes from 5 to 7, and you hear it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And then the last eighth note or so on those measures, we're going to do a little roll. Kind of mimic a drum roll. And that's going to be on 0-3-5, which can be pretty tricky if you have trouble with your hammer on. So we're going to roll on our D string, and then we're going to mute the D string in between those notes. Like that, and then we just put the roll in. So we have, and the roll acts as a pickup to the motif. Get out of it, we do that 4 times, and as we get out of that, you might have heard that I kind of released the palm mute and opened everything up. Now when you hit that chord, you can use your low string, or you can play a nice big power chord, 0-0-0-7. So you can just take the 5 up to 7, you can put that in there. Ring out, and then you're going to play with the D and the open octave. Just pick out an octave, so you have 5 in your A, 7 of your G, and then open D. That's a D octave, so it's 7-5 open. It rings out, and then you're going to change the chord to 8 on your B, 7 of your G, and open D. And then the 8 is going to step up to 10. And then the riff is going to move. And here you can kind of raise your distortion if you can a little bit. I have the expression pedal tied in to the amp's drive setting. So it's like, just to give it a little more aggression, but not too much. And then the whole band kind of kicks in here too, so we want to fill up our sound a little bit. So we're going to take this motif, and it's going to be the same thing but on different strings, so your notes are going to change. So instead of, you have, so the notes are now 9, 10, and 12 on our D string. Right, 10, 9, 10, 9, 12. And we're going to be bouncing off our A string as well as rolling on our A string, which would be open, 10, and 12. Right there, we're going to do it 4 more 4 times, but we're going to open it up and almost change the phrasing of it. We're going to put a nice accent on open D. And the same thing that you saw is when I came to that 4th time around, I kind of released the palm mute and helped build up into the next part. And here you can probably change your settings, put on a heavier sound, maybe your full distortion if you want to. I'm going to leave it where it is just for the purpose of the lesson. So as we come out of that, we go into that section. Like I said, you put the emphasis on the A, and I'm pretty sure we switched to 6/8 now. So we have, we're going to put a little pause on the open A. And notice that when I play the 12, I hold that note out just a little bit longer to get the open sound of those 2 notes ringing out. You can really subtle, but it makes a big difference. So you're going to do that part 4 times. So you have the muted part 4 times, you have the open part 4 times. And then you're going to repeat both of those again. Okay, so it's 4 times, 4 times, 4 times muted, 4 times open, repeat, 4 times muted, 4 times open. I'm not going to sit here and play it all. You can watch the playthrough. The link is down below. So like I said, we do that part twice, and on the second pass through all of that, we're going to kind of segue into a heavier riff. And here is where I'll put on a heavier sound. So we have, coming out of that, you can hit a harmonic on your 12th fret, okay? Just kind of slide off of it, and then like I said, it's a little heavy part. So we have open 3/5, and we're going to put dead notes in between everything. So it's O, 3, 5, 3, and we have 2 hits. And then we're going to go 3, 5, 5. And then we're going to bring in the roll that's been in the motif the whole time. And that's going to be 0, 3, 5, and then 3 on our A. Alright, and then up the speed. Alright, so we're going to go through that 4 times, and on the 4th time you stop dead on that note, hang out a little bit, and then you're going to play a power chord on G, which is the 10th fret of your A string. And now here, when you play it live or you jam on with some friends, or even if you're just sitting in your house and playing, it's kind of difficult because the tracks are overlaid. So as this chord rings out, the guitar starts playing this riff again. So you kind of have to pick which one you're going to want to play. And what I like to do is on that change, when I jam on this, is when I change the sound, I'll have the pedal depressed. So the drive on the amp is heavier, and then kind of roll it back and fit back into the pocket, and we're back here again. And then you can raise that up as you go through it. Okay, and you're going to do that, and then this time the riff is actually moving. So you have first time, and then you're going to move those notes down, essentially a scale step down. Instead of 10, 9, 10, 9, 12, it's going to be 9, 7, 9, 7, 10. And the vocals do this as well, so you can hear it. Alright, so you're going to do that 4 times, and then you're going to go back into the main riff where you open up the notes again. Alright, we're back into that section 4 times. So when we open up the riff, right, we open it up 4 times. Now, the guitar is is going to keep doing that. Alright, so the guitar is going to keep playing the 10, 9, 12 part of the motif. And you get some real fun rhythmic play there, so watch out, because it gets kind of tricky if you can't keep that time. So as you come out of that, you let your open A ring out, kind of fade down, and here's where you're really going to want to have your delay. I've kind of had it on the whole time. So you're going to be playing the open A with everything, and you have a little melody on your D string. So you're going to be 14, 17, 14, 19, 12, 14, 10, 12, 10, 12. And you're going to have two A's between most of that. So right there you only have the one hits in between. And you're going to go through that 12 times, which is really long. It doesn't really change. It gets a little boring, but the rest of the band is doing some stuff. So after you do that, then you're going to kind of start building the climax just on the 14 and 17. Right, so it's 14, 17, 14, 17, 14, 14. So you're going to do that twice as you build up. And then you're going to do that little fill. Right there, you're rolling your 10 and 9. Then you're back into the build up again, which you do 4 times. Power chord break. You have 10, 8, 10, 3, 5, 10, 12, all on your A string. Open A. Back into that, and then you have this little chord strum part, which is kind of difficult to hear. So basically you have one open, and then you can think of that as the strum of 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of difficult. Your notes are basically 13, 12. So you're going, right? But you can bend the 12. And then it's 13, 12, 13, 12, and you want to double hit them. Okay, and then your power chords are 8, 3, 10, and you can go. And I like to slide up to 12, and then pull off to your open notes. And I like to put dead notes into there. I think it sounds good. All right, so coming out of that part. So 005. Give it a nice little rock style vibrato. Then you're going to play 7-5 cross string on your D and A, so it's 7-5. And then 0-5-7. And then 0-3-3. Power chord shape, and then you slide up to 10. cut it off after the 5/7, and then you bring back the motif of the song, but now you're playing power chords on your low string, 2, 3, 5. So we have 2, 3, and then we're going to mute our open D. Four times, and on that fourth time, instead of muting twice, you're going to add 4 dead notes, and then you're going to do it again, and you're going to put in dead notes between everything. Okay, and then you have the outro of the song, which is probably one of the best riffs of the song, one of my favorite riffs in general. And you do it 8 times, and the drums go crazy all over it. It's based off the little roll that we do. And then you're going to have the moving melody on your A string, kind of centered around. So you have 5, 6, and 3 on your A. Right? So it's open D, and then the roll. Okay? And then you're going to play the melody notes. Careful not to rush it. You really want to hear the triplet and hear the whole roll. There you go. That's Schism. Definitely download the tab to the song that I've transcribed. The link is down below. You can check out the playthrough. The link down below. I hope this helps you learn the song, or clarifies any parts you're having problems with. And until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.